never had a better shot to have a dream, to build it, to create a community around it, and to make a living from it. Growth at all costs isn't the only way. It matters how you get where you're going. But how will you make your mark? We believe that the more people there are creating and sharing, the better off we'll all be. Yet, a lot of creators lose the intimacy and the humanness of personal relationships as they grow. How can you do more? While being true to yourself, your brand, how can you be your best self at scale? You should be in control, to own your destiny. And to do that, you have to own your data, your relationships, your experiences, and your success, whatever you're trying to achieve, as an individual creator, as a team, or as a company. That's what we help you do. Dream it, do it, and own it. That's where the magic happens. It's your destiny, after all. Shouldn't you own it?
Hello, everyone. I'm Klaviyo's founder and CEO, Andrew Bielecki. It's been a while since we've been together, and there's been a lot happening at Klaviyo. We have a lot to cover, so we're going to get right to it. I'd like to start by sharing some metrics on Klaviyo and the movement we're building around ownership, for businesses to own their customer relationships and own their growth. Then we have two major product updates to announce and demo for you. Let's start with the numbers. First, let's talk about the number of businesses growing with Klaviyo. 18 months ago at Klaviyo Boston, our annual conference, we shared that Klaviyo had over 20,000 customers. And our customers range from entrepreneurs just starting out, working nights and weekends, to iconic category leaders. And they all share a drive and ambition to grow, and grow through direct connections with consumers. Today, I'm proud to share that number has tripled to over 60,000 customers. And there's more to this story. We believe in software that democratizes, that levels the playing field. So it's important to us that Klaviyo is free for businesses who are just starting out. I've been there. I remember how much every dollar mattered in those early months and years. We haven't shared this before, but we also have more than 100,000 businesses who are just starting out using Klaviyo completely for free. We believe in technology that is accessible and available to everyone. And we're very proud to have almost 200,000 entrepreneurs, businesses, and category leaders using Klaviyo every day. Second, let's talk about the ecosystem that's developing around Klaviyo in our movement for ownership. We are not alone in our mission to empower businesses to be more independent. 18 months ago, we had 1,500 partners. Our partners are a diverse mix of technology and software companies, marketing agencies, system integrators, developers, and other creative experts. And collectively, they're a force multiplier for the success of the entrepreneurs and businesses that use Klaviyo. Today, that number has doubled to over 3,000. It's incredible to see the groundswell, the momentum that's building behind our movement. Which leads to the final metric I want to share. Let's talk about how successful businesses growing on Klaviyo have been. In 2019, just over $6 billion was created through Klaviyo. We call this owned revenue, and it's the sales a business generates from direct relationships with consumers. It's a metric that we obsess about. It's our North Star. In 2020, with everyone rapidly adapting to the pandemic, we worked with thousands of businesses that needed to shift from physical world relationships to digital relationships. I'm very proud to share that last year, businesses created over $15 billion in revenue with Klaviyo. That's more than a 150% increase year on year. And this is revenue they're using to build new products, hire more employees, and ultimately drive more growth. That's why Klaviyo exists, to empower the world's creators to own their destiny. The word and the concept of ownership matter deeply to us. It's why I started Klaviyo. We see a future where anyone with a product, service, or idea can connect with their customers or fans, treat them like individuals, and build a business that's durable, that they own, and is successful independent of third-party marketplaces and ad networks. And we want Klaviyo to be the best platform to accomplish this. We're going to get there by allowing any business to do three things. This is our strategy. First, we're giving you a single place to store all of your customer data. Second, we give you the tools to personalize and deliver customer experiences in real time using that information. Third, we'll help you improve those experiences using data science and other machine learning techniques. And we believe as the number of businesses using Klaviyo grows, and the number of messages and experiences we collectively deliver grows, our joint knowledge about what consumers want grows as well. We all get smarter together. We'll each grow our own learnings, and we'll have the opportunity to share with each other. And this is instead of relying on or paying third-party platforms for access. Our collective knowledge will attract more businesses to join forces with us, which will increase our learnings, and the cycle continues. This is the future of how businesses will grow and how amazing customer experiences will be created. Millions of people all over the world experimenting, learning, and working together. So today, I'd like to share two major product updates that take us a step closer to this vision. The first is the addition of a brand new channel for connecting and communicating with your customers. And to share this news, I'd like to introduce Jake Cohen, our head of customer marketing. Jake?
Thanks, Andrew. There are lots of channels people use to connect online. There are social channels like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and owned channels like email and text messaging. Owned channels are different than social or paid channels. Why? Because with owned channels, you have a direct relationship with your audience. This is why we call it an owned channel, because you own the relationship with your audience. On those other networks, those platforms own the relationship with your audience. They make the decisions on which brands and consumers get to communicate and connect. It isn't your choice, and it isn't the consumer's choice. We believe that the best way to build a lasting business is to own relationships with your audience. And we believe the best way to own relationships with your audience is to connect on owned channels. And it turns out that owned channels are actually the world's largest networks. More than half of everyone in the world uses email and text messaging. That's more than any of the other social networks. And it's not even close. We believe email is the first, largest, and most open social network and graph, and we see text messaging as the second. Aside from size, why should you focus on investing in owned channels? Because creating a business is hard enough. Being subject to changing rules and rates from third-party platforms makes it even harder for you to succeed. When you can't reach everyone who follows you because distribution of your content is restricted, that makes it harder to succeed. When ad rates unpredictably go up or display algorithms change, that makes it harder to succeed. This is why our customers ask us to start with email. And a few years ago, you, our customers, started asking us when we're going to support text messaging too. Well, today is the day. Today, text messaging is available as a first-class channel on Klaviyo. You can go inside the product right now and try it out for free. Let's walk through how it works. When we started working on text messaging, we thought about your customers. How do your customers want to connect with you via text? What experiences do they want you to build? When we started supporting email, we asked the same questions. And in response, we made 5 pillars that you can rely on to build great customer experiences. Collecting email addresses in intuitive ways, personalizing your content and audiences, designing effective messages, delivering consistently and on time, and reviewing your performance so you know how to improve. But text messaging is a little bit different from email. Text messaging is fast, it's intimate, it's casual. It's great for coordinating upcoming plans or getting up-to-the-minute status updates. We wanted to make it easy to create the right experiences for text messaging. We spent over a year crafting these tools to help you build mobile-first experiences. And now, I'm going to show you the result of that hard work. To establish connections with customers, we updated our forms to be mobile optimized and intuitive to interact with on a phone. For example, when you click on the input box of a form that's collecting a phone number, you'll notice that the keyboard displays a keypad, not the full keyboard. Also, you can create a form that, when tapped, automatically opens the messaging app from someone's phone and populates it with a message that they can text to subscribe. And we're proud to announce that we now support collecting consent at checkout on nearly every major e-commerce platform. To personalize your experiences, you can leverage the exact same data processing and segmentation logic that exists for email. It's robust, powerful, and fast. Unlike any other platform, you can do amazingly precise segmentation. For example, you might have a pop-up shop or a local experience you want to bring to life. You can build a list of anyone within 30 miles of a specific zip code who has been to your website in the past month, bought something before but not in the last year, and get that list of phone numbers in seconds. We also updated how we manage consent so you can ensure that you follow data privacy regulations and only communicate with people who have opted in to receive text messages from you. We rethought our text message editor too. Of course, you can do everything you'd expect to be able to do. Include images and emojis, and a simple toggle to include your business name and opt-out language. But we didn't stop there. Because text messaging is about being personal and immediate, we added one-click personalization. From inside the editor, you can pull up all the data you have on your profiles and click once to copy and paste profile and event data into your message. This way, you don't have to guess if your logic is correct. You can easily see what you want to personalize and include it. And to make sure it works just the way you want, we included Preview As, where you can preview that text as any profile in your database and ensure it will deliver just the way that you want. Which brings us to delivery. We, of course, offer our customers any type of sending number that is right for their brand: short code, long code, or toll-free number. And we auto-adjust your throughput as you scale, so you have no delays in delivery. We've known for some time that major carriers would ban shared shortcodes. It's why we're the first and only platform to avoid shared shortcodes altogether and automatically provision a toll-free number for every business that gets started with text messaging on Klaviyo for free. Because of this and our close relationships with cell carriers, our messages get delivered across every major and minor network throughout the United States. We've also updated how we measure your performance to be thoughtful about text messaging. Klaviyo, of course, manages email and text messages that you send. And we only attribute purchases to the last communication received by someone. So if they get an email, and then a text, and then make a purchase, we'll only attribute the purchase to the text. Some other tools are more focused on proving ROI than helping you actually understand performance, so they'll attribute purchases to text messages that were sent an entire month before the purchase, even if someone had received an email since then. We don't do that. Our default attribution window is 24 hours, and we let you change it. So if you only want to give credit to Klaviyo for sales that happen 2 hours after you send a text message, we would love for you to do it. This clarity, simplicity, and conservative approach means you can have more confidence that you can trust the numbers that you see. You can see that we took the same pillars that made Klaviyo a great platform for building email experiences and updated it to be a great platform for building text messaging experiences too. But we didn't stop there. The thing about text messaging is that it's immediate. When you send a text message, people can write back. As part of releasing text messaging to everyone, I am proud to share that we now have support for conversations via text. Conversations allows you to respond in real time to anyone who texts you. And if a lot of people respond and you can't remember everything about each person because, well, you're human, we've made it easy for you to see their profile and quickly get context so you can reply immediately and intimately. All right, enough talking. Let's go build some stuff. I want to start with my shipping notifications. I like to keep all of my customer communications in one place. So I already have my shipping notifications that are email notifications in Klaviyo. And what I want to do is add text messaging so I can text people when an order gets delivered. So I'm on my Flows tab. I'm going to go to my order delivered confirmation flow. And I'm going to add in text messaging. So here you can see it's a simple flow. When an order gets delivered, we send an email. I want to add a conditional split, and I'm going to add it and split on if someone has already opted in to receive text messaging. I have to do a little flip split for the logic. So now when an order gets delivered, if someone has consented to receive texts, I can drag in and create a text message. Super easy. Now I'm going to create the content. So I want to let them know in this message that obviously their order has arrived, but I also want to check in and see that everything is going the way they want, that it's perfect, because I care about a great experience for my customers. So I'll say hi, and of course I want to personalize this, so hi first name, great news, oops, a lot of typos. Great news, your order containing, now I personally don't like when I get a generic message that said your order arrived, so I want to say what's in it. And so in this case, Klaviyo pulls all the data right up front for me, so I can go get the product name of something they ordered and add it really simply, which is super cool. Container has arrived. Go check it out and let us know what you think. And then I like emojis. I like the little pray emoji. It's a way I say thank you. So I'm going to put that in there, and just proof looks perfect. So I can save that content. So that's great. And then I can turn it live, and I'm done. Just like that, I put text messaging right alongside email for this flow. Now, I really care about having an awesome customer experience and over-delivering. So I want to check back in, and after they've opened up their package, make sure they're happy with what they got. So I'm going to drag in a time delay, and I think 2 days is enough time, right, for them to open and check it out. Personally, I open my stuff right away. I'm going to drag in another text message, and I'm going to say, hi again, and you know what? I'll add a little wave emoji because I like those. Hi again. Checking in to make sure you love what you ordered. Let me know what you think and if there's anything we can do to make it even more special. Here to serve. And I'll do that little pray emoji again because I like it. Okay, cool. That looks great. I can save that content and again, turn this live. And I'm done. So just like that, we took my order delivered confirmation flow and added text messaging right alongside email. It's awesome. Okay, that's a simple use case. Let's build another one together. So at Klaviyo, we love swag, t-shirts and hats and gloves and scarves and all the things. And sometimes we get nostalgic about t-shirts we've made in the past. So I want to bring one back, and I'd love your help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up where someone can text in t-shirt to our number, and we'll ask them which t-shirt they like, and hopefully they'll tell us, and then we'll know which one to build. So I've already set up a custom keyword t-shirt, and I've set up a list where people will go, and we have a number, which I'll show on the screen for you. And so now what I have to do is create the flow. So I'm on my flows page here. I'm going to create this flow, and I'm going to create it from scratch. And I'm going to name it product event t-shirt welcome flow. Easy. Now this is a list triggered flow, so it will trigger when someone gets added to a list, and I've created that list already. It's the Klaviyo event t-shirt list. So that's now set up, so all I have to do now is just drag in the message that I want to go send. So I'll drag that in, and I'll configure my content. So I can say, hi, thank you so much for watching our event, exclamation point. Okay, we're thinking of bringing back a vintage Klaviyo t-shirt and need your help. Which one? Tell us which one you like best and why, and maybe we'll send you one. So I like the wink face, so I'm gonna add that there. I hope the team is okay with me offering this. I have to add the image. Awesome, so here it is. So I've got my 3 t-shirts that we're considering. I've got this message, it all looks right. So now I'll save that content. And this is set up so I can just turn it live and it's done. So now I hope you will text t-shirt to this number that you see on the screen, and you can tell us which t-shirt you like best, and maybe we'll be able to send you one. All right, awesome, so that's done. So now let's check back. We did that delivery notification message. Let's see if anyone wrote back. So I'm gonna go to my conversations area, my conversations tab, and see, how about this? It looks like Andrea has a question for me. Is there a referral code for my friends? So I'll click on here. The reviews are on point, the material is amazing. That's awesome, yes. Is there a referral code for my friends? Of course, you can give them thank you 15, and it will give 15% off. Oops, did a caps lock. Perfect, so I can send that. Amazing. So I was able to just give Andrea this awesome code. She's giving me a referral for her friends. Like what, what better win is there than that? So as you can see, there are so many ways that you can use text on Klaviyo. You could do new product announcements to VIPs. You could do last-minute sales to passionate brand advocates. You could do recommendations or conversations to introduce new customers to a brand. In this case, I just got a thumbs up emoji back. We know there's so many amazing use cases that you'll put to work as well. But for now, let's hear how a few of our customers have already started to put some of these really cool personal experiences to work through text on Klaviyo.
Credo Beauty is the largest clean beauty retailer. What that means is that we have 120 brands in our stores. Fun fact, 90% of those are run or founded by women. So clean beauty is really a movement by women, for women. We are moving from a fast startup into a bigger company. And so partnering with Klaviyo was really important, where we moved from, I would say, an initial ESP into one that could be much more robust around customer analytics and could help us really target our high-value customers. We launched our program really almost turnkey with Klaviyo in the middle of COVID, which was not the most fun year. And we have seen amazing results from the very beginning. So it's knowing your customer, it's knowing how they want to be communicated to, and making sure that you're there for them when you have the right message. We immediately had amazing results with ESP and with email, and so we knew it was going to be really easy to do the text messaging. And it was, and it's been amazing since, and we've had incredible results. The reason we launched text messaging was to have a great tool to engage with our highest value customers. And what we have found is that they prefer, in many cases, to be engaged by text. When we have a message to go out there, we actually don't care which channel they go to. We just want to make sure that it works for them. We added text this year because we knew that many people wouldn't be coming into stores, and we wanted to make sure that we could drive them to the website. We frequently use the word ROAS, return on ad spend, to measure our digital marketing. And so a 4 or a 5 ROAS is considered strong. We saw over 200 ROAS with our text messaging on that promo this fall. We need to continue to communicate with our customers in a way that works for them. And so as stores open up and as we start to grow the business, we'll move into more personalization, more direct messaging on a one-on-one level. And it'll just be part of our toolkit as we grow the business.
We're best known for our water, and I started the company just over 15 years ago now. We started using SMS because 60% of our direct-to-consumer business is actually on mobile. Really wanted to use it in order to have a much cleaner direct connection with our customer base for our direct-to-consumer business. And since then, that has happened, and we've been able to do tons of A/B tests and just segmentation and all kinds of amazing stuff to really get to know not only our customer, but also our overall data. And we were in a test for the SMS beta test, which went extremely well. That business has continued to grow. We've had hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of business that's come through SMS, And it's been primarily new business too, which is really, really exciting. So it's not like we're taking away from the email business. This is entirely new business.
I just love seeing that. Right now, everything you've seen is available for you to use. Log into your Klaviyo account or create an account today, and you can get started creating amazing customer experiences using text messages. Now, I'm happy to introduce Caddy, who will share more about how Klaviyo will help all of us learn and get smarter together. Caddy?
Thank you, Jake. My name is Caddy Srinivasan and I head marketing at Klaviyo. Jake just shared big improvements on how you can connect and deliver experiences to your customers via text messages. And earlier, Andrew talked about one of our strategies being improve and learn. We believe software should help all of us learn and improve the customer experiences we deliver. I'm here to tell you what that means. Now, I've led marketing, product, and sales teams at a series of big and small companies. I've built teams, products, experiences, messaging, all of it, sometimes with crazy growth. But here's a big secret. Most of the time, I'm guessing. I don't have the answers and I don't have the data. So almost every time, I'm making up the playbook as we go along. Just don't tell Andrew. Now, being responsible for driving the success of a company and not being able to take decisions based on data is really scary. There's a lot on the line. Of course, over the years, I've developed a strong intuition of what can work and what won't based on many, many successes and failures. But you know what? I would have loved something that helped fact check my intuition so that I could be more confident of the decisions I was making. Frankly, it would have helped me focus on the right problems and reduce the number of times I've failed. This problem is one of the main reasons I joined Klaviyo, because we are solving it. We believe technology should not only be an enabler, but also guide you towards focusing on the right problems and taking the right decisions. Technology should help us understand how our tactics are performing and how that compares against what's possible. Technology should also tell us what to do to improve, so we are not shooting in the dark as much. Klaviyo is focused on building both of these critical components, and today we are going to show you the first step. I am proud to announce personalized benchmarks available inside your Klaviyo account. Klaviyo is now the only platform in the world that offers personalized benchmarks built natively into the platform. With benchmarks, you can do what you've been dreaming about, see what's possible. Now let's see how this works. First, we look at 6 key attributes of your business and use them to find brands just like yours. Then we measure your key metrics and compare them to those similar brands. Next, we give you a sense of where you're strongest and where you have the greatest opportunities for improvement. Here are the 6 key attributes that we use to find brands just like yours. They are industry, average price point, revenue, growth rate, how much of your revenue comes from email, SMS, and own marketing, and how often you message your customers. Now, using these attributes, we choose a set of businesses in our ecosystem that are most similar to you. And we'll show you the precise criteria we use inside your benchmarks dashboard to make this completely transparent. I bet the burning question on everyone's minds right now is, are you using my data without me knowing it? I want to share something we take very seriously. Our customers' privacy is incredibly important to us. All of the data used to inform benchmarks is completely anonymized and aggregated so that there is no fear of anyone's proprietary information being shown to competitors. In case this makes you uncomfortable, each Klaviyo customer has the ability to completely opt out of sharing their data. Now, let's see how this comes to life. I'm going to focus on a business, James Black. They sell high-end menswear. I know that flows are a big revenue driver for me. So I'm going to start on the dashboard tab. And you can see here, my flows are doing well in terms of efficiency. So my revenue per recipient is pretty high compared to my other flows, but my revenue is actually down. That's interesting. I wonder what I can do to make this better. Now, this is exactly what we would use benchmarks for. So I'm going to hop into my analytics tab. and from there find my way into the benchmarks tab. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at my peer group, because I want to make sure that I'm being compared against businesses that I feel good about. And I look at this and I think, this is great. This is exactly the right set of peer group that I want to be looking at. Now, I know abandoned cart is something I have a question about, so I'm going to jump into my Flow Performance tab, and I'm going to expand out the abandoned cart reminder. This gives me a set of all of the performance indicators in my abandoned cart flow. This is interesting. My open rate is actually pretty poor as compared to my peers. Who would have thought a 26% is actually poor? So I'm going to click on this little icon that's going to tell me, what do I do about it? Look at this, there's a helpful article about how to improve flow open rates. And as I scroll down this article, I see that one of the things I can do is A/B test my flow emails. That's great, that's something I can do right away. So I'm going to go back into my benchmarks. I'm going to click on this little blue thing that opens up my flow. I'm going to add a variation here. I'm going to say come back for more. I'm going to save these changes. I'm going to increase the traffic to 50% and done. I now have an A/B test that I can run to see if I can improve my open rate. So we went from question to insight to action in less than 5 minutes. That's the power of benchmarks. Now, as an e-com business owner, I have other questions too. In fact, one of the things my team and I have been talking about is, can we improve our average cart size? Well, look at this. This is interesting. Our average cart size is actually right in the middle of the pack. That means there's a ton of upside potential when we compare ourselves against other businesses in our peer group. This is a great conversation that I can go have with my team about how can we do better here. Now, this is just one of the many ways you can use benchmarks. Our customers are doing this in so many innovative ways, and we want to bring you some examples. Now let's hear from Drew, who runs marketing at Dr. Squatch.
We sell men's personal care products that are natural. So our whole goal is to educate men to live happier, healthier lives by providing them with natural personal care products. It works really well for us. We generate around 15% of our total Shopify revenue from Klaviyo, so it's a good number. We always strive for that to be, as high as it can be, but it's a really great number for us. The question is always, how are we doing, number one, and not just against ourselves, but for other brands in our industry? Are our KPIs trending in the right way, or are we falling behind? And it's nice that the platform allows you to see more than just your own historical data. Benchmarking is important for our business so that we can track how we're trending against other brands in the space. So, historical data is really important to us. We're always trying to do better and better when comparing against our own internal KPIs. Before benchmarks, a lot of it is just kind of industry knowledge. So you talk to a lot of people in the industry, you talk to people at Klaviyo. My last job, I worked with 100 different brands. I was at an agency, so it was just kind of trying to see what each other was doing and then getting some insights from articles, honestly. But it's not always accurate because you don't know what they're actually looking at, so it's kind of a guessing game. It kind of helps you hone in on the metrics that need improvement to really focus and test and look at what can I do to get these in a better position. Helping set priorities on where to focus our initiatives. Because our company is growing so fast, there's tons that people want to do, so it helps us kind of set our priorities.
We can't wait for our customers to start using benchmarks. As a creator, entrepreneur, or marketer, I know they will help you feel confident you are spending your effort in the right place to make your business as profitable and successful as you want. Now, back over to Andrew.
Thanks, Caddy. Today is a milestone. You know Klaviyo is the place you store all your customer data and put it to work in the email experiences you create. Well, today we've added first-class support for SMS, and now Klaviyo supports connecting with your customers on the two largest social graphs in the world, email and text messaging. And the best part is, these are relationships you own. No one can take them away from you. And second, we took our first big step towards Klaviyo becoming software that guides you and gives you a path with our release of personalized benchmarks and recommended actions accessible right inside your Klaviyo account. We're working to give you more confidence on what to do to be successful. Customer data, customer experiences built on that data, and improving through data science and machine learning. That's our strategy, those three things. Today's a step forward for independence and ownership. We have a lot more to do and more to share in the coming months, but for today, thank you for the support and being part of this movement with us. See you soon.